8 familiar faces, 8 careers filled with promise, and 8 endings that arrived far too soon. Some were child stars, others had just become household names, but all vanished before audiences were ready to say goodbye. Stay until the final story, because the last star became one of television's brightest young comedians and left behind a son who would later follow him into Hollywood. Their performances make audiences laugh, cry, and remember an era when television brought entire families together. Yet, behind those familiar characters were private battles the cameras could never fully reveal. Before we begin, tell us in the comments which classic television star you remember most. Subscribe for more respectful tributes to the performers who shaped generations. Our first tribute is dedicated to John Ritter. To millions of viewers, he will always be Jack Tripper, the lovable and constantly overwhelmed roommate at the center of Three's Company. Ritter possessed a rare gift for physical comedy. A fall, a nervous glance, or a perfectly timed misunderstanding became unforgettable in his hands. Yet he also showed warmth and dramatic range in later roles. By the early 2000s, Ritter had found success again as Paul Hennessy in 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. The role combined his frantic humor with the tenderness of a father trying to understand his children. On the 11th of September 2003, while rehearsing on set, he suddenly became ill. Ritter died that night from an undetected aortic dissection at only 54 years old, 6 days before his birthday. His death shocked cast members and viewers because he had seemed healthy. The series continued, but the absence of its central figure could never be hidden. John Ritter left behind a style of comedy built not on cruelty, but on vulnerability. Audiences laughed because his characters were trying so hard to do the right thing, even when everything around them went wrong. The second name is Diana Hyland. Long before 8 is Enough, she had built a respected career across stage and television, appearing in Peyton Place, The Fugitive, Dr. Kildare, and many other productions. In 1977, she was cast as Joan Bradford, the mother of the large family at the heart of 8 is Enough. Her presence gave the new series warmth and emotional balance. But shortly after filming began, Hyland's health deteriorated. She was fighting breast cancer, and she died in March 1977 at only 41 years old. After appearing in just 4 episodes, her death forced the writers to transform the structure of the series, turning the father into a widower and making grief part of the Bradford family's story. Hyland later received a posthumous Emmy for The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. Her time on 8 is Enough was brief, but it changed the direction of the show forever. Viewers remember the role she completed, and the performance's illness prevented her from giving. Our third tribute honors Gary Coleman. When Different Strokes premiered in 1978, his comic timing, expressive face, and famous catchphrase quickly made Arnold Jackson the show's most popular character. Coleman became one of America's best-known child stars, appearing in commercials, television, movies, and guest roles. Behind the laughter, however, he lived with serious kidney disease from childhood. Treatments affected his growth, and he underwent multiple transplants. As an adult, he faced financial disputes, legal problems, and the difficulty of escaping a character the public never forgot. In May 2010, Coleman suffered a brain hemorrhage after a fall at his Utah home. He died 2 days later at the age of 42. His life showed how quickly childhood fame can become a burden, yet later difficulties should not erase his talent. Gary Coleman could command a scene with one look, and his performances remain central to the memory of a television era. The fourth star is Dana Plato, who played Kimberly Drummond on Different Strokes. As the kind and responsible daughter of wealthy businessman Philip Drummond, she appeared to represent stability inside the fictional family. Off-screen, her life became far more complicated. Plato had begun acting in commercials as a child and entered one of television's biggest sitcoms while still very young. After leaving the series, she struggled to find roles that allowed audiences to see her as an adult performer. Financial pressure, addiction, arrests, and tabloid attention replaced the hopeful image of her early career. In May 1999, Dana Plato died at the age of 34 from a drug overdose. The medical examiner later ruled her death a suicide. The news deepened the sadness surrounding the show's former child stars and raised questions about how Hollywood supports young performers after fame fades. If these stories are touching you, take a moment to subscribe and share the video. Your support helps us remember the people behind the characters, not only how they died. Our fifth tribute is dedicated to John Eric Hexum. With his athletic appearance and natural confidence, he seemed built for television adventure. He starred in the science fiction series Voyagers, and later landed a leading role in the CBS action drama Cover Up. At 26, greater fame seemed close. During a filming delay in October 1984, Hexum handled a prop revolver loaded with blanks and placed it against his head as a joke. When he pulled the trigger, the force of the blank caused a devastating injury. He was taken to the hospital, but doctors could not save him. 6 days later, he was declared brain dead. His family agreed to donate his organs, allowing several other people to receive life-saving transplants. That decision brought generosity to a tragedy that revealed the danger of blank ammunition. John Eric Hexum's career lasted only a few years, but his death remains one of the most shocking accidents in television history. The sixth name is Rebecca Schaeffer. She became known as Patty Russell, the younger sister who suddenly moves into the life of a successful photographer in the sitcom My Sister Sam. Schaeffer brought energy and innocence to the role, and at 21 she was moving toward film. On the 18th of July 1989, an obsessed fan who had been stalking her arrived at her Los Angeles home. He had obtained her address through records that were far easier to access at the time. After an initial encounter, he returned and fatally shot her at the door. Rebecca Schaeffer's murder horrified the entertainment world and helped inspire stronger anti-stalking and privacy protections. She was not simply a promising actress lost too soon. Her case became a turning point in the legal fight to protect people from stalking. Our seventh tribute remembers Anissa Jones. As Buffy Davis on Family Affair, she became one of the most recognizable child stars of the late 1960s. With her blonde pigtails and beloved doll Mrs. Beasley, she represented innocence to millions. But the success that made her famous also consumed much of her childhood. Long production schedules left little room for a normal life. When Family Affair ended, Jones wanted to leave acting behind, but adjusting to life outside television proved difficult. In August 1976, shortly after turning 18, Anissa Jones died from a drug overdose. The loss shocked viewers, who still remembered her as the small child from the sitcom. Her story became another warning about the pressures placed on young performers and the loneliness that can follow when the cameras disappear. Finally, we remember Freddie Prinze. In only a few years, he rose from New York comedy clubs to national television fame. His humor, charm, and phrase, "looking good," made him a sensation on Chico and the Man. At just 20, he was starring in a hit series beside veteran actor Jack Albertson and performing for audiences across the country. Behind the success, Prinze was struggling with depression, drug use, marital problems, and the pressure of sudden fame. In January 1977, he suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound and died the following day at only 22 years old. His death stunned the comedy world because his career seemed to be accelerating. He left behind an infant son, Freddie Prinze Jr., who later became a successful actor. The contrast remains heartbreaking. A young father who achieved almost everything Hollywood promised, yet could not escape the pain behind his smile. These 8 stars belonged to different generations, but their stories reveal the same difficult truth. Thank you for watching this tribute until the end. Tell us in the comments which classic television star you will never forget.